County Public Libraries, and today I'm going to show you how to make this month's adult take and make craft kit, the Burlap Banner for Valentine's Day. So if you stop by the Columbus or Saluda Library this month, you can pick up a kit that has all of these supplies in it to make a Valentine's Day banner to decorate your home. Inside your kit, you'll have a paintbrush, you'll have some burlap, you'll also have a template with triangle pennants for your banner. You'll have some twine, and you'll have red and white paint. And some things that you may want from home are a paper plate or a big tablecloth to put down because the paint is acrylic paint. You'll want to be careful when you're choosing what to wear when you're doing this activity. You may want to get a pen or a marker to trace out your template or to hold your template onto your burlap. You'll need a hot glue gun, or you can use a needle and your twine to thread the pennants onto your banner. You can use either one, so I'll go through both techniques, that way you know how to do both. And also a pair of scissors to cut your pennant triangles. All right, so I'm going to set these supplies over to the side, and I'm going to show you how to cut your first pennant in your kit. So you have enough burlap in your kit to make 6 triangles. If you want to cut long rectangles instead, you can do that, but they are going to be skinny rectangles, so it's up to you. You can either use triangles or skinny rectangles. And I am going to use my pen and pin on my template to cut my first banner triangle. It's really easy to do. If you want to cut out your template ahead of time and mark your burlap with a marker or with an ink pen, you can certainly do that as well. I just find that it's easier to cut the burlap in the cardstock at the same time, because then you get a really nice clean cut edge. Okay, so I have cut my first triangle, and I can take my template off of there so that you can see it. And if you want to shape up some of the edges, you can do that too. You can also put fray check on these edges, but on the banner that I made for this example, I did not use fray check, and it has worked out just fine. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of my red and white paint to paint a heart onto each of my triangles that I cut. And this is where you'll need your tablecloth or your paper plate. And the acrylic paint, since this is burlap, it will go through. That's why you want to have something underneath the material. And in my example, I alternated using white hearts and red hearts. If you want to mix the two colors together, you can have pink hearts. So it's up to you. I'm going to use a white heart on this example, and you're just going to do a loose heart shaped. So if you think of doing 2 teardrop shapes together, that will give you a nice heart. So you don't need a stamp for this, and you want it to look more whimsical and creative anyway. So you don't want your hearts to match exactly all throughout your banner. Okay, you can touch up the edges of your heart using the side of your paintbrush. And you want to put it on kind of thick. Because that paint will go through to the other side. You can put on 2 layers of paint if you want. Let this layer dry, and then go back and put on another layer if you want. Okay, so here's my first heart. I'm going to let it dry completely before going on to the next step. The next step that you're going to do is either use your twine and a needle that has a large eye hook that will thread through the twine, and then you'll feed it through the burlap. So you'll feed it through the front of the burlap, come around and feed it through the other side. Or you can fold over your burlap and use hot glue, and you'll need to trim up the edges, and then you'll be able to slide your twine through. So either way, your pennants are going to be able to move across, and you can space them out after you get your twine hung on either your window or your fireplace or bookshelf, wherever you want to hang your Valentine's Day burlap banner.